bang bodies together. So this is a series where I go through the crows? The crows?
It's time for another good idea, bad idea.
Hello, wonderful human beings, and welcome back to my channel. And welcome back to another episode of Good Idea, Bad Idea. So this is a series where I go through the pros and cons of a certain topic and try to decide if it's a good idea or a bad idea. So the topic I will be discussing today is whether it's a good idea or a bad idea to have a fuck buddy. Or to put it politely, whether it's a good idea or a bad idea to have friends with benefits. Before I start, I want to say that all of this is going to be based on my experiences and what I like and what I look for. So this might not apply to everyone because there are some people here who want to be in a relationship before they have sex or only want to have casual sex. So it might not apply to everyone, but this is just my experiences and the pros and cons of what I learned from, having a friend with benefits, aka a fuck buddy.
Good idea.
So the most obvious pro to having a fuck buddy is you get to have sex a lot and more than likely on tap. For me, that sounds absolute perfection. I've always been a lady who loves the sexual intercourse, but there was a long period of my life where I was single and just casually dating. And, sometimes I really wanted to have the sexual intercourse, but not having a boyfriend or a girlfriend, I couldn't really get that. I mean, I could have fun with myself, but there's something about having sex with another person there that's just that little bit better, and you crave it a bit more because I can do this whenever I want with myself, but it's nice to have the other person there and doing different things and feeling different things and having different experiences. So yeah, sex on tap when you're single, technically, pretty good. And generally, if you have got into this arrangement of having a fuck buddy, you've had sex with them at least once before, probably, maybe, and it's generally good sex. You don't ask someone to be your fuck buddy if they're shite in bed or if you don't mesh well together sexually. So it's usually a lot of sex, a lot of really good sex, a lot of really good sex on tap. I mean, that's only reason one, but it's kind of like 3 reasons why it's a good idea. Another pro to having a fuck buddy is that you don't have to dance around the whole sex issue. When you're dating someone and you really want to have sex with them, but obviously you want to respect them, but you might not want to be in a relationship. You might just want to have sex with this person, and you don't know how to go about this without hurting their feelings or, ending the relationship. You might want to keep seeing this person, but as a casual kind of thing, or just have sex with them. Sometimes you just want to have sex with someone and it's not a bad thing. You're not a pervert. You just want to bang bodies together. So if you've made this arrangement to have a fuck buddy or friends with benefits, you don't have to dance around this issue and worry about hurting their feelings by saying, I just want to have sex with you and that's it. You kind of can just agree that we're only seeing each other to have sex and then go our separate ways. We can maybe date other people or we can just be seeing each other, but it's not going to turn into a relationship if that's what you agree. There's different fuck buddy arrangements. You kind of make up your own rules with it, but some people can agree like we'll see where it goes, or some people would say this is just it, it's just sex. So you don't have to feel awkward, you don't have to kind of pressure yourself to get more boyfriendy or girlfriendy or like go out and have dates. You can just literally say, whenever you want to have sex, phone me up, I will have sex with you. And vice versa. And especially if you're not the kind of person who like meets people in bars or clubs or stuff like that, it's an easier way to have sex than rather than meeting someone on a night out and bringing them back. Generally, a friends with benefits buddy is someone that you kind of know or have had sex with before. So it's a lot easier and you feel more comfortable with that person. You don't have to try and fake things and pretend that you're interested in more. You've got that arrangement, you know that you are both in it just for sex. Another pro to having a fuck buddy is that you feel a bit more confident than you would maybe with starting out with a new partner, because you know it's casual, you know it's not going to lead to anything more. You can kind of try and experiment with different things, because if they don't like it, then it's not really a big deal. It's kind of like, oh, well, we're just doing this casually anyway. You just feel a bit more comfortable doing it with someone that you're not really too attached to. You can try out these new things and what you like and what you don't like. And then when a partner does come around that you want to be with, like, fully, you kind of have a bit more experience and confidence in kind of explaining what you do like. And hopefully they are willing to try it with you and see how they like it. I also think that it makes you feel very confident. You know, when you have someone that wants to have sex with you, just like really wants it all the time and a lot, you tend to feel absolutely sexy. Like, you really, really do. It's like a confidence that you've never had before, I feel anyway. For example, for Halloween, I generally don't dress sexy. I'm not kind of that sexy kind of girl. I like dressing up in cute costumes or kind of funny costumes, or dress up as someone that I like from a TV show or a cartoon or something like that. But when I had a fuck buddy, that went out the window. I dressed as a sexy nurse. And it was like quite revealing. It was quite a short kind of dress and my boobs were kind of showing, and it was a very sexual costume. But I'd never really done that before. But because I had a fuck buddy and, you know, he desired me and we were just together basically to have sex. And I knew I was going to be spending Halloween with him and his friends, but his ex-girlfriend was going to be there as well. So he couldn't actually like be all over me or kiss me at this party. So I wore it kind of to torture him a little bit, because I knew that he found me sexy and he wanted to have sex with me. So I wore it just as a little bit of torture, because I wanted him to build up this sexual desire for me for later. And it worked, I might add. So I really do believe that it does give you confidence and you feel great and you feel sexy. And it's probably the only time in my life where I felt like properly sexy, because I think I'm more cute than sexy, but just that time period, I felt very sexy because I knew this man wanted me sexually. And yes, that may be all he wanted from me, but that's all I wanted from him. It's just a really nice feeling to have someone wanting you like that. Another pro is that you don't have to worry about dating. Like I said before, you don't have to worry about dating this person and getting to know them and kind of building up this relationship if that's not what you want. If all you want is to have casual sex, good casual sex with someone that you are attracted to, this is kind of perfect. If they are looking for the same thing, then you don't have to worry about making all these grand romantic gestures. You can still do them, of course, but it can be more centered around sex and kind of building up your sexual desire for each other. So that's quite nice, especially if you're not a person that wants to be in a relationship or is ready for a relationship. You just want to have casual sex. But that's not to say that you can't do it. If you have an arrangement with a fuck buddy where it's okay to do romantic things, if you like doing that. Some people need kind of romantic gestures and romantic kind of little things to get them excited for sex. So it depends on what your arrangement is, but generally you don't have to worry about dating. You can make your own rules. You can decide that it's just a text thing. You text them saying, where are you? Do you want to have sex? Yes, no, whatever. Or it can be kind of half dating, half having sex, or it could just be like on nights out. If you are out together, you go home with each other. It's whatever you decided to be. You can make your own rules with it, and that's pretty awesome.
Bad idea.
So with the good, there always comes the bad. There are always pros and cons to everything. So here are the cons. Sometimes it can get difficult, it can get complicated, and people can get attached. This, I would say, was probably the biggest con, because I feel like this is quite common with friends with benefits / fuck buddies arrangements. I don't know about you, but with me, having sex with someone is a very intimate and special experience, and it does make you feel a little bit closer to this person. No matter if it's a one night stand or whatever, there's a connection there. There's some sort of feelings being involved with this, even if it's just an attraction. So I feel each time you have sex with the same person, you kind of build more and more of a connection or an attraction to this person, and feelings can get in the way, and you can start feeling things that you thought you would never feel for this person. So that can get complicated, especially if you have agreed that this is supposed to be just sex, nothing else, and then someone starts to feel something more and want more. This can kind of mess up the agreement, especially if it's just one-sided. If the person on the other side is not getting those feelings, it kind of does put a spanner in the works. So then you have to discuss whether you can continue with this arrangement feeling the way you do or end it. And sometimes that can be hard because if you're attached to this person, you don't want to end it. You still want to be having sex with them, but you'll always want more and it will just kill you in the end. So even though you won't want to do it, you will have to cut the arrangement, stop having sex with this person if they are not feeling the same way. It is hard and it will probably take some time for you to come to that decision, but ultimately it is the best decision, because if that person doesn't want a relationship and you do, you're never going to be truly happy just having sex with them. Another con with having a fuck buddy is there is a risk of contracting STIs from your partner. But that is true of anyone that you have sex with. Even if you're in a committed relationship, you can still get an STI from them. So it's not solely attached to fuck buddies, but it is a risk, especially if you or the other person that you're sleeping with are sleeping with other people too and not getting checked regularly. So the important thing is for this arrangement that you get checked regularly and you wear condoms to prevent yourself from getting STIs and passing it on to each other. You also have to trust the other person that you're sleeping with, that they're being honest with you, that they're getting the test done, that you know that they don't have an STI. So there's a lot of trust in there. And it's so easy to lie about these things, so you have to be careful and get checked regularly. Another con is that jealousy can occur. Jealousy is such a ugly thing, but we all feel it. We all get jealous. And we can't help it most of the time. It just is a feeling that we get and it consumes us sometimes. So if you're having sex with this person regularly and it's an open kind of arrangement that we can sleep with other people as well, if you see them flirting with someone else, I mean, they are single technically, you're just having sex with them, but sometimes it does hurt seeing them be attracted to someone else and talking to someone else and potentially sleeping with someone else. So that can put a spanner in the works as well, because you are getting this horrible feeling, but you can't talk to them about it because you've arranged that you're just having sex, you're being casual, you aren't in a relationship. So you kind of let it consume you, and you may talk to your friends about it, but ultimately it's going to keep happening because you're not telling them how you feel, because you feel they can do what they want, because it is an arrangement that you made that you're just having sex. So this can get you kind of down and upset, and you can also then try harder with this person and kind of be a bit more full on than you were before, and it can freak them out. They might think that you want a relationship and that's not what the other person wants. So it can complicate things quite a bit. If you're not a jealous person, then it will be fine. Some people are very jealous, like me. I can get very jealous very easily, and I hate it, and I try not to let it show, or I try not to act on it, but you know, it does get to me from time to time. With my fuck buddy, I didn't really get jealous that much. One night I did, when he was talking to his ex-girlfriend. But I didn't make a big deal out of it. I didn't say anything to him. I just kind of let him be. I kind of let him talk to her, and I went off and did my own thing. So I didn't let it take over, but it can happen. And the last con about having a fuck buddy is that it doesn't give you the same level of comfort that you get from a relationship. Now, this is obviously based on what you like and what you are interested in. If you are not interested in having a relationship, then this con won't really apply to you. But for me, I've always been a relationship kind of person. I enjoy affection and cuddles and kisses regularly. I like going on mini dates, and I like holding hands, and I like the comfort of being in a relationship and having that one person that will listen to your whining or ranting or listen to your day, like how your day was. I like just having that one person that just cares about you and wants to be with you and tell the world that you're theirs. So with the fuck buddy, you're not anybody's. You're kind of just having sex with this person and then go your separate ways until the next time. And there's no real comfort in it. It is nice. It is fun. Sometimes you just need that disconnect from a relationship, but have the physical intimacy of sex. So it can work, but for me, I couldn't live my life just having a fuck buddy. I would need a relationship and a best friend to be with for the rest of my life. But for some people, having a fuck buddy for the rest of their life is exactly what they want and what they need. They don't want to have a relationship. They feel uncomfortable with the intimacy of a relationship and the closeness, and just being stuck with the same person for the rest of their life just freaks them out and they're just not into it. And that is perfectly fine too. But for some people, just having a fuck buddy isn't enough. They need more than just sex. They need a connection with someone. They need love. And now it is time to decide if it is a good idea or a bad idea to have a fuck buddy. Now, obviously, this is dependent on what you like and what you don't like, and what you're looking for and what you're not looking for. But I will say that I think having a fuck buddy is a good idea. For a little while, anyway. For me, it was great when I had a fuck buddy, and I really enjoyed it, but it was never going to be for life for me. But that doesn't mean that I didn't enjoy the experience when it was happening. I think it's great if you're not particularly looking for a relationship, or you're just really horny and you want to have sex, but don't want to go out and meet random strangers. You kind of want to make arrangement with someone that you know that you're attracted to and that you have good sex with. Sex is the most natural thing that we do. We literally do it to create us. So it is built into our biology that we need to fuck. Sometimes you just need someone to scratch that itch, so to speak. So I think it is a perfectly healthy thing to have set up. As long as you trust this person and that you're getting checked regularly and they're respecting you and you have an arrangement set up where you know what each other wants, and if people do develop feelings, you know where to go from there, whether you are going to end it or try it as a relationship. You set up your own rules and protect yourself as well. You can sculpt your own arrangement and relationship with this person that you want to have sex with, and it's fun and it's easy, and sometimes you need something just casual rather than a serious relationship. Sometimes you just want to have sex, especially if you're not a dating kind of person and don't have any interest in dating or don't have any interest in relationships. I think it's perfectly fine to have a fuck buddy. I encourage it, in fact, because sex is fun, and if you enjoy sex and like sex, you shouldn't be denied it because you don't want to have a relationship. You go for it. Please give this video a wee thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and please let me know in the comments section if there's any other topics you want me to discuss in my good idea, bad idea video series. And just please let me know what you think about the whole fuck buddy arrangement. Would you ever do it? Have you ever done it? Are you doing it? Let me know. Also, I have noticed that a lot of my videos aren't getting the views that they used to, and I think it's because this little fecking bell thing, I don't understand it, right? If you are subscribed to someone and you click subscribe, obviously you want to know when they upload. So why is there an additional bell that you have to click to get notified? I don't get it. It's really annoying me. But please, if you do want to see more of my videos, please click the little bell and then click all notifications, because I think you can click occasional, which I also don't get. Why would you click subscribe and the bell and not want all notifications? I don't understand. YouTube, what are you doing? Anyway, so yes, click the bell, click all, and you'll get notified when I upload. Because some of my subscribers have told me that they aren't getting notified with my videos, and that's really annoying because I put them up for my subscribers and they're not getting notified. So please click the bell. Okay, I love you. Bye-bye.